Beautiful souls, and welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or live feeds, so I take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Welcome back. Welcome to 2025. It's our first energy update of the year, and I'm really excited to be here. I have missed all of you guys. Hello, Shy and Laura. Good morning. Wes, there you are. Hello, darling. And PJ, I'm really excited to be here. It has been a glorious break for me. I have enjoyed it. I'll be honest with you. I have done some channeling, some relaxing, some just being still, a lot of processing. I've done a lot of processing. My processor has kicked in over the last 2 weeks, and it's been absolutely glorious. It's good to see everybody here. Good morning. I'm going. Hi there, Kayla and Neela. Welcome, you guys. 2025 is here. If you had a chance to check out the energy forecast for the year, it is posted. 2025 is going to be great. It's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of creativity and a lot of energy moving through us and through the year. So I'm going to jump right into the energy update because I want to leave a little bit of time to answer some questions because it's been a bit since I've been on. So I'm going to dive right into the energy update here. So when I was channeling the energy for the week, I actually got a bit of a message for the month of January, and I'm going to start there. Be gentle, January. That is going to be the theme for the rest of the month. Be gentle. Be gentle, January. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with the energy. Be gentle. We're in a big in between space right now. Some of you may be feeling the need to hibernate or step back a bit, a stillness, a retreat, a hibernation kind of feeling. And it's all okay. It's okay to honor that when we can. Sometimes, life is life. We have to get up for work and we have to do, what we have to do. But try and do what you have to do from a gentle space. Just kind of feeling into it, giving yourself some time to kind of like slowly, we don't have to do everything all at once all the time. So, slow and patience. Patience came up big time in my channeling, being patient with ourselves, being more compassionate to ourselves, being gentle with ourselves, and easing into this new year's from that perspective. There was also a big push with the divine feminine energy, and the divine feminine energy is very compassionate, very soft, very gentle, very patient, and we kind of need to kind of like slowly ease into this new year without necessarily having to jump right at it, and also just keeping an eye on those old patterns. We tend to, as humans, lean back into old patterns. So just kind of gently allow yourself some time to hibernate, gently allow yourself a slow state of mind. And when we kind of give ourselves that slow state of mind, that less of a rush, that being patient, we kind of prepare ourselves for what's coming. And what's coming is a big spiritual transition. There is a lot of delicious change coming up. There's some creativity. The creative juices are going to start flowing because 2025 is going to be a year of that. But in January, it's this huge message of be gentle January, and I think I'm going to plaster that all over my all over my usual places, my post-it notes, my cell phone screensaver. Be gentle, January, just to give myself that reminder, and to help remind other people that we can come into a soft space to accept and nurture ourselves right where we are. And I feel that is also a really good advice from spirit, to accept and nurture ourselves right where we are. We always want to be somewhere else. I want to do more, have more, go here, go there. We will, and just kind of for the month of January, practice accepting and nurturing yourself right where you are. And that kind of leans into a lot of the power of now kind of stuff. But I think that it's really important that we can kind of lean into acceptance of ourselves where we are at. The good stuff, the stuff that we struggle with, the stuff that's hard, if we can kind of lean into, I'm just going to nurture and accept where I am. I'm going to marinate. And that was exactly the word that spirit gave me, was just marinate. Just kind of marinate in energy, marinate in softness, marinate in compassion, marinate in gentle January. And we'll worry about what's what's coming and what we're going to do and all of that as the days and the weeks kind of start to tick on. So I hope that you're able to find a little bit of time to retreat and hibernate, even if it's for 5 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be for, an entire day or the entire month. But if you can find those moments where you can snuggle up, where you can just pause, where you can just slow, where you can just nurture, where you can just be, that in between space, if you can give yourself some time in there, it's going to have a healing effect. And it's going to also bring us into more being able to kind of navigate through more of what's coming with creativity and transitions and all of that. And I think we know this, right? We all know we need to kind of self-care it a little bit and absorb it. But we don't always. Now, I also feel that there's some dream stuff going on. So if you've been having like these wild, crazy dreams, you're processing a lot at night, and that partly connects to also not taking the time to pause during the day because your head's going at night, because that's the only time that you're giving yourself to kind of step back and to kind of rest and allow. So watch those dreams. If you're having all these wild dreams coming up, just kind of lean in there a little bit. Do I need to take some time and maybe journal, or just kind of watch the birds outside, or whatever resonates with you as far as giving you that space of inner peace or quiet or stillness? We need to insert that, and it's an amazing spiritual practice to navigate through. It's just so beautiful when we can enjoy the in between. We're in an in between space right now. Okay, that's Be Gentle January is going to be the theme for the month. I'll probably say it over the next couple of lives. But in Easy Puff, I just caught one word in there where that's exactly what's come up to my attention, specifically regarding where I'm stuck. It's not a stuck, right? You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and just kind of enjoy the in betweens. I'm going to enjoy the in between space. I'm going to enjoy not knowing. I'm going to enjoy where I am. I'm going to enjoy being stuck. There's a lot of things that you can enjoy with that stuck space. I'm still learning that. I'm not a big fan of the word stuck. I usually say if I'm feeling that way, I just kind of rephrase it a little bit. I'm still learning something right now in this present moment. I'm not stuck. I'm just learning something right now. I haven't quite figured it out, and it's okay. You see how different that feels versus stuck? All right. I'm going to scroll up and just grab some questions here because I really want to grab a few before I have to go to work this morning. Kayla, how was your time off? Did my guides have any messages for me? My time off was absolutely glorious. And it was one of those things where my self-care practices are I'm really proud of them. They're quite high, and I do take a lot of time. But I went a little bit deeper into that self-care, and I just enjoyed every moment of the downtime, and it felt so good. It felt so good to just rest and not have anything, not have anything in my mind. So I did love that so much. Let me just scroll a little bit. Rachel, morning, everyone. Hope you had the best start to the new year. The energy update makes so much sense for my resolution this year. Slow down. Yeah, slow it down. You don't have to do it all at once. And I love that for you, Rachel. That was, what you picked up that you needed to do. Shy, I got questions on if you can feel when my grandpa is going to pass. He's in the phase of his life now, so it's a bit of a waiting game. I can't feel it myself yet. Shai, I do feel he's close, right? And that is a really hard one to kind of lean in for sure. I do feel it's a little bit more time. I feel it's more, your grandpa has this energy about him that he does things on his timeline to begin with. So I feel like he's just not quite ready yet. And I'm not quite sure exactly how much time, but there's a little bit of time there. I just have to say, enjoy every moment that he's still here. Um, Thank you so much for the New Year's workshop. So sorry I was sick and couldn't participate more. Was still very enjoyable anyways. I'm really glad that you were able to come. I loved that New Year's Day workshop. I really want to do one every year on New Year's Day. I loved it so much. It was such a beautiful group that gathered, and we did learn quite a bit too, didn't we? Crystal Hearted Dragon finally caught another one live because my insomnia is kicking my butt. Sending you some relaxation and some sleeping energy there, darling. Emma June, hey Lana, I'm about to give birth any day. Oh, I love that excitement. Does Spirit have any words for me? It's my first, and I've been so nervous. So Emma June, congratulations, congratulations. It's I don't have any concerns. I feel very good with the process of the birth. I enjoy the magic. I would feel like I need to and this again, I know you know this. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice at all, but I feel like if you can kind of get a head start on focusing on your breathing, focusing on your body, like just kind of spend a couple of minutes each, a couple times a day with some meditation music. I feel like I've got to kind of get you in your body, and because I feel like you're out of your body, if that makes sense. Your body knows what to do. And I feel like I got to say to you, just trust that your body knows what to do and come into it. Just come in and sit with your body, and sit with your lower, sit with your pelvis. Just sit and just kind of like send some energy there and just kind of, I trust my body. Just kind of quiet the nervousness a bit. The nervousness is completely normal. Those of you who are watching who have had babes, I'm sure you will all nod your head and say this is very normal feelings and energy. Acknowledge it, but kind of sit with your body with that trust factor and work on your breath. Get a head start on working on your breath a little bit. PJ Lana, during Zoom, you mentioned one of my past cats, an orange tabby. Does he have any messages? Curious as why he chooses me over other owners to hang with. So, PJ, the orange tabby can hang out with other previous owners. I feel like there is a big connection there with you and that cat. I also feel that it's the sense, PJ, of you're guided. You're guided in by so many different energies. And I feel like, I don't know if sometimes you struggle, PJ, with feeling alone or feeling like I don't necessarily lean in enough with the navigation system from spirit, but that cat keeps saying, oh, you got a ton of us, that are hanging out, you got a ton of us that are navigating, you got a ton of us that are helping you come or helping you go through the journey here. Shy, definitely going to be one of my daily affirmations this month. Be gentle January. I love that. I'm gonna be using that a lot as well. Shy, be gentle January. Right? I loved it when Spirit gave that to me. I absolutely loved it. Rachel, wow, this energy update makes even more sense since I made a conscious effort to slow down. My spiritual awareness is heightened. I'm physically seeing spirits, and it keeps spooking me. You will adjust. You will adjust to that. And even Rachel, you know what? Every now and again, Spirit does surprise me, and it's not. There's no fear with me with Spirit, but there can be that surprise. There's that. Oh, because I don't always see them. And when I do see them, it can be out of nowhere. So simply enjoy the growth. And when you think about it, Rachel, those who channel slow their mind down, right? So they quiet the mind right down. When I channel, there is nothing in my head space at all other than spirit. So it's that slow down. Spirit doesn't work in a chaotic energy. That's us in the physical world. They're in a quiet, slower, peaceful, gentle space. So when we quiet ourselves, when we kind of lean into there, we're able to pick up on them more. And if I have any mentoring students that are listening today, chime in on that, because that's exactly how we teach it. Quieting the thoughts, stepping out, and just kind of leaving everything else there so we can tap in, tune in to spirit. Right? All right. Spirit's not in that chaos. Okay. Right. April, any advice from spirit for me? Thanks in advance. Rachel, I feel like I've got to kind of lean in and kind of I'm going to use the word congratulate you on leaning in on trusting a little bit more. And I feel like 2025 is going to be a build up on that. So I feel like you've kind of like been doing some growth at your very own pace. And I've got to say good job on you. And I just feel like that trust bridge. I feel like you're coming into a more grounded, more rooted, more reassuring, more of a celebration of that space. And I feel like I've got to honor you in that too, right? Like I just got to give yourself a little bit more of that. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing great kind of energy. Rachel, best of luck, Emma, on your delivery, and congratulations. And when you're feeling up to it, Emma Jane, we would love to hear from you in a couple weeks or whenever you feel up to joining us and sharing how everything went. Laura, would love to start the new year with a message from Spirit if you're drawn to me. Laura, I can see you on an escalator. This is kind of cute. I can see you on an escalator, kind of going up, and it's the whole growth, and you know how escalators, they can be very slow moving. You know how sometimes on an escalator, when we feel like the escalator is going too slow, we start to go up the stairs we start to go up the escalator really quick. I'm just processing this as they're giving it to me, Laura. It's okay to take the slow escalator up. You don't have to kind of jump some steps. You don't have to enjoy the slow upward momentum. And that is your spiritual growth elevator. And that's your, and if you feel like you need to like get off at a level and just enjoy it a bit, that is perfectly okay. And then because you can always get back on and then continue going up. So I feel like Laura, I don't know if you're a little bit impatient when things are slow or when things are not going like that. Enjoy it. Take a look around. Look up. Connect to what's around you. Not all the growth has to be a fast ride up. And I think many of us here are like, yeah, well, we like it when we get there fast. There's a lot in between. There's a lot to enjoy on the spiritual journey as you go up that slow escalator. I love that. I love that. Um, Okay, where we go? CBD, Kate, CB. Do you see what I'm going through coming to a resolution this month? I feel an ease. I feel lighter. I'm not quite 100% feeling that is completely resolved by the end of the month. And Spirit keeps bringing me back down on my page here with Be Gentle January. It's going to be a gentle resolution there. It's going to be a gentle easing into it. I don't feel it as a done. I feel it as a slow resolution. And I can feel you like, oh, it's already been slow. It is going to resolve. I just feel like I'm trickling just past the end of January a bit with that, Kate CB. And I just feel like I have to say, lean in there and trust. Lean in there and trust. Okay. Shy, while that makes sense why I'm failing to work on my project today. I want to attack it and Spirit's like, nope. it has to be focal point, but you don't need to ravage it. Shy, when I was channeling the energy update with the creativity, you came to my mind, you came into my awareness. And I feel like that creativity part of you, all those the project part of you is really gonna thrive. And I feel like I've just got to kind of say, trust how you're feeling. If you're feeling like there's a hard nope, and I know you do trust Shy, enjoy the nope. Enjoy, okay, it's not, there's more information that's going to come to me. And I have been in this space many times over the many years with Spirit, where it's like, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. And I start to dance to that. I want it now, I want it fast. And Spirit always pulls me back. And it's like, not yet. Enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the process. Enjoy that magic. And it's not that having goals and dreams is fantastic, but don't try to race to them because there's stuff in between that's going to help with those projects, Shy. So take your day, put your feet up, have a cup of tea, or just kind of like breathe through it, stare out the window, daydream, fantasize, enjoy that kind of energy. Speaking of tea, oh, that was delicious. Melissa, my cat has a heart murmur, which could be a symptom of a more serious health condition. So the vet says there could be some risk of him undergoing anesthesia. What do you feel? I think your vet's right. I think that there is a risk with heart murmurs and anesthesia. And Melissa, I'm just not, and I know you know this. I'm not a vet. Um, I don't feel the heart murmur is a really high grade. I feel yes, there's a risk, but I feel like the vet has to tell you that. That makes sense. I don't feel terrible with it. I feel like it's like I have to notify you of the possibility. That's kind of how it feels there for me. And I think with anesthesia, yes, there's always a risk. Yes, heart murmurs are an increased risk, but I also feel like is the vet still encouraging the surgery? 'Cause I don't feel terrible with it. It just feels like I have to inform you, kind of feeling to me. Sorry to hear that insomnia is affecting you so much. Really hope, oh, Rachel, you're so cute. Really hope you can rest whenever you can. I love this community so much. This is such a gentle, loving community. I love you guys. Wild, crazy dreams is my norm. Well, maybe the volume will get turned up on that, Shy. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I went easy pup. My little sister is wondering if her kitty Halo is healthy and safe. Also, what was the reason she always felt like Halo was sad ever since he got her as a kitten? She's the one that got out. I do feel that this cat is safe. Easy Puff, I feel like this cat is very much okay. Um, what was the reason she always felt like Halo was sad? I feel like sad isn't quite the vibe. I feel it more of a chill, more of an old soul, more of a knowing. Like I feel more of like a wise old cat there. I feel like that wise old energy, more of a seriousness. It feels more of a seriousness, and I don't feel sad, but I do feel that Halo is very much safe, very much safe. That's what she said. I was on an escalator in Japan that was at a 60 degrees or steeper, and it went fast. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Tabitha, good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. Lana, in 2025 update, you mentioned more water issues. Yes, I did. Worldwide storms flooding. Do you see issues with my basement flooding again? Thank you. Tabitha, I'm worried overall with areas or homes near water. I do feel some concern there. I'm not sure where you live, Tabitha. I can't remember. My apologies. But I feel like more of the water issues or the significant water issues were more along communities that are built or around large bodies of water. Um, so I'm a little less worried about your basement. However, has that have you taken steps to resolve what the initial problem is? And I don't feel terrible, but I feel like I've got to say make sure that things have been taken care of, if that makes sense. So whatever was wrong with the basement, has that been resolved? And if it has, I'm a little less worried. Is there a possibility of flooding? I mean, anybody that lives near water, or anybody who's got issues with their basement is at risk. But I'm a little less worried there, Tabitha. I want to know. Okay, Bubbles. I want it now. I want it now. Reminds me, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now, and we do. When you think about it, Shy and everybody listening, we do have our temper tantrums where we want it now, where we want it now. And I hear you. I've had my own spirit temper tantrums where it's got to be now and I want it right now. And what I've learned is it to help me through that, help me through those I want it now demanding energy, is I've learned that if I lean in on trusting that spirit knows when. Spirit knows when I'm ready. Spirit knows what I can handle. Spirit's always guiding me, and I'm going to lean in and trust that. That kind of softens the want it now. And I also kind of remind myself I don't want to miss glorious parts of the journey anyway. I don't want to miss the glorious part of getting there. Right. So enjoying the steps to get to what you want has really helped me navigate through a lot of that. All right. Katerina, my mom Michelle passed away recently, and I want to know if she's made a smooth transition. I know she will be there for the birth of my son. Thank you. Absolutely, she's made a smooth transition. And I also feel her around you a lot already. I also feel like a very touching. It's like I feel like she's been, kind of like reaching out through touch. Look, that's the gentleness. Like I feel like that brush up against me. Spiritual goosebumps or that change in temperature. I feel her really close with you. And I feel like I feel like I need to say she's not going to miss anything. She's not going to miss the birth of your son. She's not going to miss, the milestone. She's not going to miss anything. And she's like literally reminding me, give her a quick lesson on the relationship is just changed. It hasn't ended. She's very much going to be part of your journey. It's just changed in the style of it. Okay. Um, and is there something she's holding up the number three, cat? Is there something with the month of March, or are you one of three? Because she's holding up the number three. So, or is this baby number three? There's something there with the number three that she's just kind of giving me some evidential. There's also something with September, significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. Laura, thank you so much for your message about the spiritual growth. Oh, you're very welcome, darling. Um, There's Fran. Oh, I went too fast. There we go. Laura, thank you so much about the message about my spiritual growth escalator. That was amazing. You're welcome. Much love and wishes and continued success through 2025 being sent your way. Bless your heart. Thanks so much. Diane Quinn. Hi, Lana. My father is getting more aggressive in the nursing home. I just received the call that he hit another resident. Does spirit have anything to say to me? Okay, so I need to just, and I know you probably know this. I'm just having a listen. It's the disease. It's not your father. It's it's not the essence of who he is. The essence of who he is still there. The disease is speaking louder. I also feel like there's a little bit of frustration with communication. So I feel like either I'm not being heard so I would just, you can sit with him and just hold his hand and look into his eyes for me, because the eyes are the windows of the soul. And I feel like if you can just feel into there, there's a frustration of communication there. And I feel like when you look into his eyes, you'll feel that more. I'm also, Diane, I'm also feeling my bowels. So is he getting enough toileting? So I just feel like I just feel like there's something there with my bowels. And even when we're in the end stage of life in a nursing home, or if our cognitive status is failing us, our physical body, still has its needs. And so I don't know if he's not getting enough time on the toilet, or if he's embarrassed. Like there's also a bit of shame around that. Like I just feel like I'm not, and I feel he's trying to express that. So I would just kind of ask about the toileting routine, or if you can get someone to help you when you're there to take them. There's something there. I'm sitting on the toilet. Bless his heart. Um, Freya, I would appreciate some guidance you could give with my relationship. Thanks, Lana. Always appreciate your words. Freya, so I feel like I've got to I feel like I've got to communicate in a different way. And I feel like it's like, the needs, like the needs, when I need from you kind of letter. Like I feel like I need to kind of like write that out. And I feel like there's something about writing it out that has a different vibe to me than speaking it. Because sometimes when we speak to people, they can tune out or we can tune out. But when somebody writes to us, we can take our time, we can go back to the words, we can kind of, feel into the words. I feel like I need to kind of like start communicating through letters, or through email. I prefer the hand. There's something with the handwriting a letter, because I feel like we can connect more to our feelings through handwriting, versus this way. It's a different connection this way versus the handwriting. And I feel like I've got to kind of, it's almost like we got to come to a different understanding on the needs and how I'm feeling, kind of space. And I feel that once you've kind of playing that a little bit, I feel like there's an understanding on the direction that needs to be taken. Okay. Tabitha Kitchener. I'm not so worried about Kitchener and its water, but you do have a history of water problems. So again, I would navigate through, has it been resolved? It's kind of what I need to ask. Has there been repairs, or has there been someone look at it, kind of thing, Tabitha, is kind of how I'm feeling. Sorrel, do I have guides? We all do, darling. So when we come here and thank you for your question and for joining us here this morning. We all have guides. We all came here, connected to a spirit council or a team of spirit guides, higher ascended masters, spirit animals. We all come here with a team of guides, and you can start connecting with their spirit guides simply by talking to them. Hi, you guys. I want to learn more about you. Can I sit and talk with you? Can you help me with that? And the more that you kind of trust and start opening the doors of communication, you start to feel them or receive messages from them. I currently, and they do change, right? So you can have one or two attend with you now, and as your journey shifts, or your choice and free will, as you navigate through your journey, I call it a staff change. They will change and they will come and go, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So when I lean in there a little bit, if it's okay with you, I just want to kind of see if I can tap into a spirit guide right now. I'm picking up on two. So first, I'm picking up on a little fox, and this little fox has literally popped his head up in my awareness. That playful little fox, curious little fox, and I feel like this fox has been with you the last 3 months. I feel the fox is fairly new. So I know. So my question to you is: has there been a new curiosity? And this fox is like kind of pushing you into exploring that curiosity, but to be playful, to kind of like have more of a playful energy to play. Like, play and experience and explore what resonates with you, great, what doesn't, great, and to kind of put down any judgment when things don't resonate with you, just kind of allowing, just kind of like playfulness. The other guy that I'm picking up, he's been with you since you were quite little. I can see you right around the age of 5 or 6. And he likes to walk on your left side. I haven't heard a name yet, but I'll see if I can pick one up. He likes to walk on your left side, and he's a lean on you. He likes, and he's leaning. He likes to lean. You don't like to be pushed into things, and you're not a big follower, so you don't follow, and you don't like to be pushed. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's just your personality and your energy, and it's very much okay. So he leans in to say, "Here's some support. Here's some energy. Here's some support." He's talking though about asking more. Like, you don't tend to ask for help even from like physical people. You tend to like, I got it, I got it, I got it. It's okay to ask a little. It's okay to ask for support and just say, you know what? Can you give me a hand with that? Can you give me a hand with that? His name is Jonah. He also has pillars, like great, like I can see like pillars of strength legs, almost like that ancient Rome kind of pillar, or even like ancient pillars. And there's something there with I know I think he's been with you more than one lifetime. I can see a lot of past lifetime, but these ancient pillars of strength, and he gives them to you quite often. And I keep feeling my legs as pillars of strength. And I'm just curious. This is more of a curiosity. Are your legs currently sore? Because I can feel like my legs, just kind of like really heavy with that pillars of strength. So I'm curious if you're feeling that energy. There's nothing wrong with your legs, it's just strength. And there's a lot of forward momentum for you. Like, I feel like there's like forward. We're going forward. And I have this excitement about you, and I just kind of want to hold you. I just kind of want to hug. I want to hug you. And I just feel like you've got such a love and such a compassion that's radiating out. And I feel like you're becoming more and more aware of that. I hope that helps you there. Okay, you guys, it's 9:01. I'm gonna grab a few more. I'm just gonna see if there's any validation or anybody that I haven't uh, creek behind my house waiting for the city and GRCA to reply. Sway is letting water sit in the green space behind my house. Okay, so Tabitha, I would continue to push and to get that addressed, because when it's addressed, I feel like the issues are resolved, if that makes sense. Okay. I did my very best here, you guys, to get as many messages as I possibly could. I know that there's a few that I didn't get to. I will be back Friday morning for an Ask the Medium. I'm desperate to know if my husband is around me. He died 9/13/24. I can never feel him. I just want to lean in there a little bit. Well, our loved ones are always around us, number one. Number two, I feel like I am. Just give me a second here. I'm just tapping into him. Few things is I can see a lot of bird signs. I feel like I'm getting a lot of bird signs. So cardinals are common, flocks of birds are common, and he's trying to show you that he is free and he is around. I also have to. Smells are a thing too. I suddenly just got a whiff. Watch for certain smells. If you smell something and it's like gotten your attention, acknowledge. He's also hearing you. So I think that you're talking to him quite a bit. He is hearing you there. And when we lose a loved one, it does take a little bit of time to kind of build up that connection and that trust, because we have a lot of sadness and grief after someone passes. So as we navigate through that, we start to feel them even more and even more. I feel a lot of light and jokey kind of energy too. Like, I feel like it's like that flickering of lights to get your attention. I feel like there's a little bit of humor. There's like he's trying to bring you some humor. I feel like he holds your hand. He keeps doing this that I'm listening. I also I'm not sure, but he keeps showing me his picture. So I don't know if you're talking to his picture, or there's a picture that's always out, because he's literally bringing this picture into my awareness. He's 100% around you. Just kind of lean in there with, I know you're here, darling, and just continue with what you're doing. You will start to feel more and more, but there's something with smells. Like, there's these smells that are coming in at me. All right, you guys. Lana, are there any spiritual Wes, okay, Lana, are there any spiritual messages about my move to my new space? I feel like it's coming really soon, Wes. So I feel it almost feels right in front of me. So are you kind of like in that waiting, like any day, kind of any day now you can be like packing up and going? It feels very, very close to me. Wes, I also feel like this move feels very good, and I feel like I just gotta say trust the process. Well, yeah, says Wes. Okay. Wes, I also want to say I couldn't disconnect from you, darling. I also want to say that Spirit is really proud of you. Really, really proud of you. You have really trusted. You've really kind of leaned in here with just simply allowing, and you've done very well, Wes. So good for you. All right, you guys, let's kind of set an intention for a number or two that we need for the week. 236. Your earthly needs for home, shelter, and so forth are being provided for you by ascended masters in response to your prayers and unwavering faith. You have everything that you need. Let's go again. 89. Your divine life purpose is key to opening the door to abundance. Take steps daily beginning now to work in areas related to your spiritual passions and interests. These areas are the foundation of divine life purpose. I love that. I love that so much. Little sip of tea. Let's set some intentions. Focus, you guys. Dolphin. I love dolphins. Okay. Take a few minutes to meditate while playing one of your favorite pieces of music. Listen more and talk less, especially to the more subtle levels of communication from other people and from the natural world. That's the slow down reference right there. Think and behave more lovingly, positively toward that person that you've been having difficulty with. Smile more at others and notice how they smile back at you. That's divine feminine energy, you guys, that we talked about. That's the gentle, that's the compassion. Try dolphin breathing by taking 3 slow deep breaths each time, exhaling with an audible sound, then observe how you feel. It was only one page. I love that. Be gentle, January. Be gentle, January. I'll see you guys on Friday. I'm I feel a whole new energy even within myself. I feel this excitement and I feel this expansion. I feel this creativity and I feel all the healing work. I just feel so good. I feel so good. And I hope that you are all shifting into that too. Bubbles, today I wrote my affirmation: the quieter you become, the more you can hear. Absolutely. All right, you guys. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided week. I'll see you Friday for Ask the Medium. Take care.